Today, we're going to look at how we can actually publish the component that we've been building for Streamlit. So what that means is we can actually pip install the component and then use it in any Streamlit app, just as we would a normal Python framework. So we pip install it and then we just import and use it. So this is an article I've been putting together that kind of covers this. So we're basically just going to be going through this, and what you're going to see at the end is we can actually do this. So you see here we have this from SD card component, import card component, and then we just do card component, title, subtitle, body, link, and that will create our card. Okay, so it's really, there's not that much to go through. It's pretty straightforward, I think. So let's jump into it. So a little bit of background on how pip is actually working here. When you pip install something, you're actually installing it from this here, the Python package index. Okay, so or PyPI here. I think that's how you pronounce it. And like I can go in here and I can search for like pandas, and it's going to show us pandas, or it's going to show us a lot of different pandas. I think it's this one. Okay, yeah, pip install pandas at the top there. Now we can also find the ST card component I've already built beforehand. So if we open this, so I think it's this one. Yeah, it's like version 0.10 at the moment. So this is the current component. Look, there's me. And you can go ahead and install that. But it's slightly different to the component that we have been putting together, and not as generic. I built it for a particular use case, which you'll probably see pretty soon. So what we're going to do is create another ST card component 2 or something. I don't know. You have to give it a unique name, so we can't use the same name again. So we'll go ahead and start with that. So we'll go over to our project. We have our template, ST card component. Now, there's a few things we need to do for this. So the first one is create a build distribution for the React component or React part of our component. So we'll come into, I think, here, and we'll do that. At the moment, there's no build directory. We're going to make one. So we need to open a terminal window for that. So I'm just pulling one up now. Okay, and I'll just navigate to this directory. So documents, projects, so component template, and then in there we want to go ST card component. We might need to change the name of this, by the way. I'm not sure. And front end. Okay, so from within here, we need to use Node Package Manager to create the build distribution. So if we come to the article, that is something we also need to do. So let's not forget that. So before we do that, we also need to go to init.py, and up here we need to make sure we set release to true. Now, release is false whilst we're putting everything together, but as soon as we want to actually distribute it or publish it, we need to set it to true. So beforehand, this was being run. Okay, so it was saying you need to load SD card component from localhost 3001. Obviously, when people are using this component in the future, they're not going to be running the component on the local host. Instead, what they are going to do is they're going to download our package, which is going to contain this front-end build distribution directory. And from there, they'll get the component. It will be built from there. Okay. So yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else? Oh, and also this will not be run anymore. So this is like the demo app that we were putting together before. That will no longer be run. So yeah, that's fine. We just need to change that. Nothing else needs to be changed. Then we're in our front end directory. We just write this npm run build. So let's do that. Let me open this so we can see what's going on here. Okay, so hopefully this will go well, and we'll see the build directory appear in the front end on the left. Might take a moment as well. Okay, so the build folder is ready to be deployed, and we can come over here and we see we have build, and it has all of these. So yeah, this is our component in JavaScript. Okay. Now, with that, we can we have the build distribution for the actual React component, and now we need to create the distribution for the Python distribution. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Scroll down a little bit. So this is one thing I think we might need to change. So changing the name parameter instead of .py, because at the moment it's a C card component. I don't think it needs to be that anymore. Yeah, I think I'm going to need to change this to st card component 2. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so we have init py here. We're going to go to setup.py. So here we have the name of the component. And I think we'll also need to change this template name. So this will be st card component 2. Okay, now we should be able to go ahead and create the component, or create the Python component. Okay, first we need to Python setup.py. We need to write sdist and bdist wheel, like that. Okay, we run that and we should find so we need to go one more folder up and then run it again. So from this we'll find that we get a dist folder here, so dist. So in here we should find we have this this tar file and this wheel file, and it's those two that we're going to upload to the Python package index. And to do that, we're going to need something called twine. So we first install out pip install twine. I already have it downloaded, so I won't run it again. And then we run Python twine upload, and then we need to specify that we're going to upload it to the Python package index. And the only other, I think, option you have here is the test Python package index, which can be quite, I would recommend you look into that. Like if you're putting a package out there, that's quite good to test that the package is going to work. I have a video and article, I think, on Python packages, so maybe I'll put a link to that in the description so you can take a look if you're interested in figuring this out a bit more. So we're just going to go with the Python package index rather than the test Python package index. And we want to specify that we're going to be pulling everything from the distribution folder. Okay, so let's run that. It will ask us to log in. So my username. Oh, this is another thing. So you will need to sign up on the same website I mentioned before. It's, I think, PyPI.org. So you need to sign up, and then you can go ahead and do this. File already exists. Okay. So this is because I already have. You see here is using SD card component. So I need to make this SD card component 2. So we'll go through everything in here. So this actually, I didn't need to rename that all, so we can ignore that. So let's rename all this to 2. It's also in init.py. This one we don't really need to change, but we'll do anyway. 2. Is anything else in there? I don't think so. So delete this. I'll delete the distribution folder and the build folder. I don't know. Okay, delete that as well. And then in here, we need to change this because the directories change. So the manifest and also in setup pi changes to 2 as well. Okay, now let's rerun this again. So we come to this, Python, yep, run that, create our distribution folder. And then we're going to use Twine again. So hopefully this time it'll work. Okay, so now we have SD card component number 2. We can go ahead and actually have a look at that website. So let's come over here. Okay, so we can pip install, and this is a version number. We don't actually need that. So let me. Okay, here we just pip install SD card component number 2. Let's copy that across. I'm going to do that in my Streamlit environment. Okay. Now, while that's downloading, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to open or create a new directory, actually. So I'll do it from here. Okay. So make directory. We'll call it st demo. I'll open that in VS Code. Okay, and then in here, I'm just going to create a new file, app.py. In here, let me copy it across from the article. A little quicker. So where are we here? So it's actually open the gist. Okay, so I'll copy this, pull it into here. SD card component number 2. Okay, save that, and now let's run it from here. So cd st demo, and we'll run Streamlit, run app.py. Okay, localhost, and here we go. So this is our package or distributed SD card component. Click here, make sure it's working. There we go, perfect. So, yeah, that's everything for this kind of short series on custom components in Streamlit. I hope it's been useful, and yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.